Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it's Sunday, so I am here with Scraplift Crafternoon, hop where a group of my friends get together, find some inspiration, and we scraplift it. And today we are scraplifting Dragonflyd on Instagram. Amber created this beautiful layout, lots of color, and some little square embellishments and bits of paper. Wow. And because Paige Evans is really good about having these pre-cut little squares or pre-created little squares, I decided I would use Blooming Wine. I've got some embellishments. I've got some puffy alphas, some stickers, a couple puffy florals. I'm trying to get my words together, y'all. I am not wording very well today. I've got my papers, I have my embellishments, I have my pictures, and a couple extra little ones, and this beautiful layout. So let's see how this goes. So I am going to set my little paper aside that I've decided to use, and I am going to take out my black marble by Delusion Shimmer Sprays by Diane Reevely and splatter it on this white cardstock. Because I'm just splattering and it's not heavy, really, I'm not worried about using mixed media paper because if I were smearing and kind of layering it on, I would use that because it'll curve or warp. But I was just splattering, so I set it aside, and I am going to cut these lovely little squares out. So I wasn't gonna, pardon me while I get one of them out, I was gonna tell you how big they are. They are about 2.5 squares, 2.5 inches. Wow. I'm not kidding you all. My words aren't wording. They are about 2.5 by 2.5. I decided to use these bigger ones because Paige Evans has smaller ones, but they're like 1.5 inches. And I thought that would mean a whole lot more cutting them out. And I really liked the patterns that are on this one. So I'm using all the ones that are like vibrant and saturated. I do use one that has the stitched heart, and it's down here at the bottom. I didn't want to use many of those because they are white based with the heart in the middle, and because my background paper is white, I didn't want to do that. If I had chosen the one piece of solid cardstock that I have with this project pad, which is like a aqua color, I would have done all of those in that little the hearts, because then it wouldn't have been a white background. So anyway, I get all these on here. I've left a space in the middle where the picture's going to cover, no point in wasting. And then I left a space where this journaling tag's going to cover. Obviously, same thing, no point in wasting. I get them down to where it's like there's no color right next to each other. I don't mind if they're diagonal, but I didn't want like pink right next to pink or yellow or purple or whatever. So I try and space them out. Also, I tried to space out the florals as best I could so they weren't right next to each other too badly. So I mat my picture on a scrap of green paper from the collection, and then I double mat it on this shiny silvery color. And then I mat both those little, originally they were 2 by 2, but I cut them down to about 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And I wanted to get those on here, and since that was the other reason and the first reason actually that I chose the bigger squares and not the smaller ones, because I couldn't trim these down to like a 1 1/4 picture without cutting, well, everything out. So that is why I decided to stick with the 2.5 inch squares. So I get all that down. I've got the two pictures kind of off but leading up. I didn't want them to be right on top of each other, and I was trying to keep them from being right on top of the picture. So I thought that diagonal angle was working well. And the two pictures at the top are just that Ashley and Kylie and me and Kylie hugging, because this was Kylie's last day before she went off to have a baby, and I guess abandoned her work wives to raise a kid. I mean, whatever. Just kidding. She did not abandon us. She will be back. but taking time for her and her new sweet baby. We're very excited. All is well and everybody is good. So anyway, I am putting this little label up here so I could put the date on it. I add like a little purple bird because I'm trying to get all the colors kind of everywhere. So now I've got some purple in the top corner, the bottom corner. I've got a little purple with that bird up towards the middle. I loved this envelope with the aqua. I thought that it was pretty cute, and I love that it's covering some of that journaling because I'm not going to need a ton of space. I'm literally just going to write that we were saying goodbye to her before she went on maternity leave. So, I mean, but I literally pull all the little bits and bobs that are in this collection and use as many of them as I can between the hearts, the florals. I've got like a little purple bumblebee. I have that bird up there. I have a floral that I'm going to end up pulling that I cut. I put on another layout and then here it is right here. And I had like a cut piece left over and I saved it because I always do. And I just tucked it on here and had it going off to the end of the paper so I could just have that, kind of covering that little space down there. I have these two little arrows. One says feeling with a line after it, like a blank line, and one says you are with a blank line. So I get those on here. I know that those are like washi, but I leave them on their packaging and tape them down just because they give them more stability and they're not as see-through. I put a bunch of leafy bits and florally bits, tuck in a rainbow. I've got some hearts on here. Like I said, just trying to get all the colors in each of the clusters. So I've got purple, pink, yellow, and green in the pretty much all of the clusters. And then I'm going to put the title directly on my picture. I tested it out a few different places. I tested a few different titles out a few different places. And then I'm dotting the I with the little sticker and it falls off and lands right above Kylie's head. So when I pull it off with my tweezers, it leaves a little white dot. Now, it wasn't really obvious, and there are definitely spots, like not spots, but like holes in the wall in the background. That's my office that we're in, but I didn't like it. So I take this little pink flower and I put that over here and kind of finish out this little cluster, put a little heart in there. And then I'm going to use my new pens. I just got these off of Amazon. So far, so good. I really like them. They remind me of the Micron pens that I started my scrapbooking career with. If you're looking for them on Amazon, they are Leto drawing pens, Leto. And the pack I have has 12, and all of them are a different thickness, and they're considered sketching, drawing, and writing pens. So they are, I think, as small as 0.20 millimeters, and they go up to like a brush point. So there's like a 3.0 millimeter and then a brush. So anyway, I love them so far. I've had them for a couple weeks, and I do love having a black journaling pen or tracing pen, you want it something a little thicker. So, but anyway, I just made a little journaling note on here about saying goodbye, but not really saying goodbye. She's just going on maternity leave. Put little words in the blank lines on the little washi things. And I had to use that pink heart right there to cover up a boo-boo because I wrote O-U-S instead of O-U-R, like I don't know how to spell. Anyway, so that is it. I hope you will go check out Amber on her Instagram. The information for her is below, and also all the lovely ladies I scraplift with, all of their information is down there too. So I hope you'll go check them out and see how they take this beautiful layout and create from it. And of course, I hope that you will give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. I'd love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you all have a great night. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.